Hello and welcome to my first ever video. It is I, Andrew, and in this video I will be showing my scrap mechanic computer. Now you might be wondering, what does this computer do and why should I care? Well, I'm glad you asked. It moves numbers and maths. You should honestly care a lot because there's maths. Anyways, let me give you a quick tour. Computer, assemble. First we got the math machine. The one that does the math. He can do the multiply, he can do the divide, he can do the adds, and last but not least, he can also do the subtracts. Next we got randomizer. He's a randomizer. Next we got comparator, and I'm gonna stop now. Anyways, we also have the comparator, which is pretty self-explanatory. It compares numbers and gives an output if the comparison turns out to be true. We also have RAM, which allows us to store up to 256 bytes of memory. I only have it configured for 8 bytes of RAM right now. Over here is the code. It can be up to 256 lines long and is easily expandable as long as you add a larger counter. You have the IOI over here, which is short for in-out interface. I chose it because it looked like vol. Light? You good? My light just... Okay. It allows the computer to communicate with outside devices. I'll demonstrate that here in just a minute. My light purple now? My light's purple now. That's not concerning. Anyways, you also have the main computer controls, which are useful for controlling the computer. And last but certainly not least, we have the main user inputs. This allows us to input any numbers that we want. And yeah, so those are all the different things that are in the computer. I'll go over them again real quick and show basically the features of every single one of these. Over here you have the main master switch. This allows the whole computer to function. Without that, it just won't work because it has to be on. Over here we have the clock. This switch engages the clock, and you'll know if the clock is going because there will be a pulse going through this clock timer. There is no pulse going through this timer. All you need to do is press this button, and there will be a pulse going through it, and it'll let you know that the clock is indeed going. Over here we have the main reset. It'll jump us back to there, and you can see I have the clock on, so it's actually going down the lines of code. And the main reset resets us back to there, resets all the registers. Over here we have the user inputs. We have the first user input, so you can input whatever you want, and it will only give it out if you have this switch on, if it's requesting one, which will be showed by the lights over here. They will be flashing if it's requesting an input, and then also once you press this button. And then the IOI over here, this pink button is to let it know that you have given it an input. This green line is input A, that light blue line is the output. This dark blue line is the other output, and this dark green line is the input B. This yellow one is basically to allow the input through if the computer is requesting it. Over here is just if it's giving an output, this will be on, and then here's the output. That's basically everything about the computer. Now I'll go ahead and show you some quick code demonstrations that I have programmed for it. And they're pretty basic. One of them is just a noise generation program, and another one is just testing out the different math functions that the math boy can do.